Yeah, we are back again in biology, and I promise that today's class is going to be animalia, and it's going to be very, very interesting. We have covered the plantae. We started the plantae discussing it all the way from the bryophyta, the lycophyta, the pteridophyta, the gymnosperm, the angiosperm, and we have finished them. Today, we are now into the animalia. I hope you know where we are. What we are discussing is classification. And what are we trying to do? We are trying to study living things, how they are related, how they are similar to each other in structure, grouping them based on how they are related, how they appear to be similar to each other. That's what we have been discussing. And today we are happy we have arrived to discuss the animalia. Okay, in animals, animals are grouped, can be grouped based on those having backbone and those without backbone. Those animals that have backbones are called vertebrate animals. Vertebrate animals. Vertebrate animals. While those that do not have backbone are called invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals. Invertebrate animals. What are the vertebrate animals? There are those animals that have backbones. They have backbones, while those without backbone are called invertebrate animals. Okay, now we can also classify animals based on the symmetry, their body symmetry, and their body design. When we come to the symmetry of the body symmetry now, so I said we can classify animals based whether that animal has a backbone or not, but we can also classify animals based on the symmetry of the body. That's how the body is designed, how the body is planned, the body plan, the symmetry of the body. So based on the symmetry of the body, based on the body symmetry, the body symmetry, we have animals that are called asymmetrical animal. Asymmetrical animal. Asymmetrical animal. Then two, we have those animals called radial symmetrical animal. And we have those animals that are called bilateral symmetrical animal. So let us look at the meaning of asymmetrical animal. Asymmetrical animals are those animals that have no body plan. They lack definite structure, like sponge. Sponge belong to this animal. They are asymmetrical animals. Shapeless animals, animals without shape, are classified as asymmetrical animals. Now, when we say radial symmetrical animal, these are those animals whose body parts radiate from the center of that organism. The body parts start coming out. The body parts radiate from the center of the organism. Example here is Hydra. So now they are called radial symmetrical animal, just like the spoke. Just as the way the spoke appear from the wheel of bicycle or the wheel of motorbike. That's how their body parts radiate. They are called radial symmetrical animals. Now, when we say bilateral symmetrical animal, we mean those animals that can be divided into halves from the center. We can divide their body from the center When we divide the body from the center, we can get the anterior region and posterior region. The anterior region means the head part. The part that contains the head is anterior, while the part that contains the tail is called posterior. So we have the posterior region and then the anterior region. Then these animals can also be divided to have the dorsal part and the ventral part. When we say dorsal, we mean the back. When we say ventral, we mean the front. So those animals that have these halves from the center, having the dorsal region and ventral region are classified as bilateral symmetrical animals. Like fish, you can divide the fish from the center and have the anterior region and posterior region, the part that contains the tail and the part that contains the head. You can also divide the fish from the center inside and have what we call the dorsal region, that is the back, and then the ventral, that is the front. We can also classify animals based on the body plan, the number of tissue it contains. Those containing two body layers are said to be diploblastic animal. Diploblastic animal. These are animals that have two body layers. The two layers are the endoderm and the ectoderm. When we say endoderm, we mean the inner side of the body, the inner tissue. When we say the ectoderm, we mean the outer tissue. They have two body layers. Then those that have three body layers are called triploblastic animals. These are animals that have three body layers. They have the ectoderm and the endoderm separated by a layer called mesoderm. We have the ectoderm. We have the mesoderm, and then the endoderm. What is the ectoderm? The ectoderm is the outer layer, the outer tissue. What is the mesoderm? The layer that separates the ectoderm from the endoderm. The endoderm is the inner tissue. So what have we learned today? What we have learned today is that in Animalia has its own classification. One, animals can be classified based on whether they have backbone or not. Those having backbone are called vertebrate animals. Those without backbone is invertebrate animals. When we say vertebrate, we mean having backbone, like we human beings will have backbone, fish has backbone, lizard has backbone, even snake, they have backbone. When we say invertebrate, we mean those that do not have backbone, like snail, like earthworm. They don't have backbones. They are classified as invertebrate animal. Even the insects, the mosquitoes, they are under the invertebrate animals. Now, we can also classify them based on the body symmetry. Here we have asymmetrical animal, radial symmetrical animal, and bilateral symmetrical animal. Then in terms of the body layers, we have diploblastic animal and triploblastic animal. Here we're going to discuss this more when we come back in the next class. Thank you. Do a comment at the comment section. We'll discuss there. Thanks.